Jessica Ridgeway was 10 years old, the kind of kid who still believed in glitter pens and the tooth fairy. On the morning of Friday, the 5th of October 2012, she left her modest townhouse in Westminster, Colorado, with a bright purple backpack bouncing on her shoulders. She waved at her mom, Sarah, who was running late for work and watching from the window. The walk to Witt Elementary was only 5 blocks, a route Jessica had done dozens of times with friends. That day she walked alone. By the time the school called to say she never arrived, the quiet suburb had already begun its descent into every parent's worst nightmare. Realized her daughter was missing and made the most terrifying phone call any parent can make. She called the police.
Westminster 911, what is the address of your emergency? Hey, what's going on there?
My daughter's missing. I guess she never made it to school this morning.
How old's your daughter?
She's 10.
Okay, what's your daughter's name?
Jessica Ridgeway.
And when did you last see her?
This morning when she left at 8:30.
Did she walk?
Yeah. And I checked her friend's house that she walked and they're not answering the door.
And you said that the school called, so they weren't?
And I work nights, so I slipped through the call.
Okay, sir, sorry about that. We've got several officers on the way over to help you out, okay?
Within hours, a massive search effort began. Police, neighbors, and volunteers scoured the area, calling out Jessica's name, handing out flyers, and knocking on doors. The tight-knit community refused to believe something so horrible could happen in their quiet suburban town.
It's a sickening feeling, especially when we all have children of our own, and it could have been our child, and I feel horrible for her parents.
Everyone likes to think that their neighborhood's safe, but there's no invisible barriers to keep us.
In the days that followed, the search for Jessica expanded rapidly. News stations aired her photo non-stop. Volunteers in orange vests filled the streets, searching fields, creeks, and playgrounds. The entire state of Colorado was watching, hoping for a miracle. 3 days later, on October 8th, a critical discovery was made. Jessica's backpack and water bottle were found in the neighboring town of Superior, about 6 miles from her home. The items were neatly placed on the sidewalk, as if someone wanted them to be found. Investigators immediately collected the evidence and sent it for a forensic analysis. The backpack offered the first glimmer of hope, but it also deepened the mystery. There were no fingerprints, no witnesses, and no sign of Jessica herself. The community grew increasingly anxious. Parents stopped letting their children walk to school. Police officers flooded the area, interviewing hundreds of people, knocking on doors and collecting surveillance footage. Still, Jessica was nowhere to be found.
Officers, including the FBI, are searching right now, overnight, using bloodhounds in temperatures near freezing, and still no sign of young Jessica Ridgeway.
Then, on October 10th, 2012, the search ended in tragedy. A construction worker discovered a body in a secluded field in Arvada, about 10 miles from Westminster.
Police are telling us maintenance workers picking up trash along the side of this road found the body. The garbage truck is still parked here, and you can see there the crime scene markings police left behind. Today they're processing the scene. And
the body was badly dismembered, and identification took time. When the results came back, the DNA confirmed what everyone feared most: the remains belonged to Jessica Ridgeway. The discovery devastated the community. A bright, innocent child was gone, and the brutality of the crime shook even the most seasoned investigators. The FBI was called in to assist, collecting DNA evidence and building a psychological profile of the killer. They believed the perpetrator was someone local, someone who knew the area well and had likely been planning the abduction. As Halloween approached, parents across Colorado kept their children indoors. The once peaceful neighborhood now lived in fear. For nearly 2 weeks, investigators combed through evidence, chasing countless leads and tips. But the real break came not from police work, but from a single phone call made by a terrified mother. On October 23, 2012, 17-year-old Austin Reed Sigg confessed to his mother, Mindy, that he was the one who had killed Jessica Ridgeway. Shocked and horrified, Mindy immediately called 911, Her trembling voice could be heard on the recorded call.
Hi, this is Molly at Westminster Police. Can I help you?
Hi, I need you to come to my house. My son wants to turn himself in for the Jessica Ridgeway murder.
And what's going on there? Ma'am,
Did you not hear me? He just confessed to killing her.
I know. I want you to tell me what's going on. Can you tell me exactly what he said?
But he did it, and he gave me details, and her remains are in my house.
Did you see them?
No.
Is he there with you?
Yes.
Is he cooperative?
Yes.
How old is your son?
17.
What is your son's name?
Austin Sig.
Can you spell it? You said Austin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and spell his last name for me.
S as in Sam, I-G-G.
Okay, I understand that you're probably, feeling pretty crappy right now, but I want you to know that you did the right thing by calling.
He did it. He just wanted me to call. He is turning himself in.
Okay, do you think that he's going to be cooperative with the officers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The confession was so outrageous that the first responder couldn't believe it.
Is this Austin?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Austin. This is Molly at the Westminster Police Department.
Hi.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on right now, or how you're feeling, or how did this come about?
I don't exactly get why you're asking these questions.
When police arrived, Austin Sig was calm. He told them everything. Austin Sig was a 17-year-old high school student living just a few miles from Jessica's home. By all outward appearances, he was a quiet and intelligent young man. But beneath that surface, there were disturbing signs. Sig had a deep fascination with death, mortuary science, and forensic crime shows. He had studied human anatomy and had even taken classes in mortuary sciences at a local college.
What kind of classes is he taking?
To be a mortician.
He wants to be a mortician? Okay.
However, a closer look at his background revealed warning signs. Months before Jessica's disappearance, Sig had attempted to abduct a woman who was jogging near Kettner Lake, not far from his home. The woman managed to fight him off, and he fled the scene. Police collected DNA evidence from that attack, evidence that would later match the DNA found on Jessica's remains.
Go on and tell me what happened after you grabbed her.
Austin Sig, he didn't try to hide what he'd
She
done.
screamed
In
and
fact,
I told her
he
to be
seemed
quiet,
disturbingly
and
calm and matter
I
of
used
fact.
zip ties to zip tie her hands and legs together, and I hopped in the front of my car and I drove around for probably a good 10-20 minutes. I asked her if she had a cell phone, looked for that. She kept asking me questions and I would answer them, and I would lie to her. I would tell her that everything was going to be okay, and I would just lie to her.
He recounted the horrifying details of grabbing her, placing her in his car, and driving away, eventually arriving at his mother's house.
And I took her up to my room. And I sat her in my room, and I played Netflix on the TV for her. It was either like Family Guy or something. I don't remember. It was some cartoon. I just kind of sat there. I sat there and I stared at her, and I just remember absolutely blankness in my head, having no thoughts, nothing. And it terrified me.
Despite being only 17, Austin Sig was tried as an adult for the brutal murder of Jessica Ridgeway. In 2013, he pleaded guilty to 15 charges, including first-degree murder and kidnapping. During sentencing, Jessica's mother tearfully said, "You stole the light of my life." The judge condemned Sig's heinous crimes and sentenced him to life in prison without parole, plus 86 additional years. The Westminster community was devastated by Jessica's death, yet they united to honor her memory. Vigils were held. Purple ribbons, her favorite color, lined the streets, and her school built the Jessica Ridgeway Memorial Playground. Her story led to stronger child safety awareness and improved Amber Alert responses across Colorado. Despite unimaginable grief, Sarah Ridgeway became a voice for child safety, vowing that no parent should endure her pain. Jessica's case remains a chilling reminder of innocence lost and the hidden dangers in ordinary places. Her memory lives on as a symbol of unity, love, and the importance of protecting every child.